I'm very glad to now call on His Excellency and our dear friend and leader, His Excellency Raila Odinga, the former Prime Minister of Kenya and the current High Representative for Infrastructure Development at the African Union Commission, to share his remarks. Over to you, sir.
I'm happy to talk to you from Nairobi, Kenya. And I've been waiting. In fact, I was not mentioned earlier on, and I was wondering what was happening. But yes, the African Union is, as you know, very concerned about the corona pandemic, which has hit the continent and the entire international community. So I'm very happy to join this conversation with people from the continent and also from outside the continent, sharing views about how to assist or to chip in the gigantic efforts of getting Africa to work post-corona. I recently wrote an article which appeared last week in the media here about Africa post-corona. And what you're saying is that it's a crisis, just like the world has experienced crisis before. And any crisis, just like a cloud, also offers an opportunity. And I believe that this crisis offers a tremendous opportunity for Africa to move on the next stage. But Africa will not do it for itself, because this is like a third world war minus bombs. If you look at the level of the casualties that we are seeing around the world, it is bigger than the World War. The United States is losing about 2,000 people every day. So we are saying that Africa needs to respond. And I'm happy that those who are managing financial resources in the continent are thinking likewise. I am the High Representative of the African Union on infrastructure development. Here we've been talking about connecting the continent so that the African Free Trade Agreement, which was signed and has come into effect, can be realized. They're saying that it has been affected by the COVID, but I think that the COVID has given it more impetus to move forward. Here we are talking in terms of connectivity, so that the goods can flow from one country to country across the continent. Here we're talking about the infrastructure, like railway network, the Trans-African Railway Network, Trans-African highways, the fiber optic connectivity, the pipelines, that is the gas pipelines across the continent, the open airspace and open skies for the continent to make it easier to move, and finally energy, which, as you know, is the nerve of the African economy. So we would like to see that those who are involved should basically come to us with what we are talking about, 5%, EU 5% investment of infrastructure. Those who are managing financial resources across the continent should devote at least 5% as an investment in the African infrastructure. Because, as you know, Africa is at the moment capital deficient. And going to the other countries or the rest of the world, which is also devastated by corona, is not going to work. So we have to work with the resources that we have here. And we have resources in the continent. and we also have opportunities to invest those resources in areas which will also yield returns. The view will be very comfortable returns in this respect. So here we are dealing now specifically with energy. And here I want to address the issue of Inga Dam in the Democratic Republic of Congo, which we are discussing right now. The President of DRC, His Excellency President Felix Tshisekedi. We are talking in terms of developing the great potential that we have, clean energy, that can help to power the African economies. And here, Inga, as you know, cannot be developed by the DRC as a national project because the Inga potential far exceeds the domestic demand of the DRC. It is, and that's why it needs to be developed as a regional and a continental project. Several African countries are energy deficient, are willing to sign in to be able to uptake from power that is going to be generated at the Inga. We intend to host a conference in Kinshasa, Corona allowing, within the next 1 or 2 or 3 months. Initially, we had planned to do it in this month of April. It has been now scheduled for next month. We may hold it, or we may have to postpone it, or we may find ways of using technology to hold that conference. So here, we would like to now work with the team of the funders, fund managers on the continent. We want to invite them to come to attend this conference, work with us, so that we can be able to raise funds, think together how the Inga can be developed as a regional and a continental project. His Excellency, President Cyril Ramaphosa of South Africa, who is the current president of the AU heads of states or summits, is going to be hosting this conference and is trying to mobilize the African heads of states to also attend this conference. So we would like to, in conclusion, to invite the heads of the institutions that are participating in this discussion to come and attend this conference so that we can think together and find a way of developing a project which, in our view, will help Africa to move from energy deficiency to self-sufficiency so that we can be able to power Africa's industries. As you know, Africa is the richest continent in terms of raw materials, but most of Africa's raw materials are leaving the continent as raw. We want to do value addition, these raw materials, like the iron ore, the bauxite, the copper ore, the gold and so on, so that we can be able to create also employment for the African youth. But I thank you for this attention, and we hope that we can have an opportunity in the future to meet with you people. Thank you very much.
Doing business in Africa, you can't afford to be without Africa Investor.